Right, welcome to the Stanley Parable. If you don't know what the Stanley Parable is, I'm not going to explain it to you because this game doesn't really need an explanation. It's a story-based game, there's no real, intense gameplay scenes, I won't be shooting people, I won't be taking cover, I won't be, shooting bricks. A fucking puzzle games, whatever, begin. This game also has multiple endings, by the way, so that's why this is here. The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is loading. Nope, never mind.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
There we go. I did mute myself. Right, oh, there's my chair. You sure it's not working? Let's look around the office. 427. Stanley's my name. Hate Mondays. I'm sure that's what it says. Files. Yeah. Okay, well, that's the game. No, he wants me to step out.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, that's
right.
right.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
There's butt hair on this chair. Oh no, sorry. Shit, it's just cat hair. Why the fuck is there a cat in the office? Alright. Come on. Hey, his computer's on. Oh, not anymore. 424 was here. I will find you. Oh, sensitivity is bad. Hates Mondays.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Sure. Leaf. Mountain. Valley. Hallway. Right.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Meeting schedule. That's... don't know what day it is. Monday, weekly targets, marketing Mondays. 451's private time. Question mark. Grow 40. Group 45 times. This... shit. Financial panic meeting. Okay. Do not alter without consulting whiteboard manager. R.I.P. Franz. Franz Ferdinand? The dude that got shot in World War One started the World War One, technically. Rate of increase in graphs per slide. Please, no more charts. Please, I'm begging. Boss Appreciation Minute. On your Boss Appreciation Minute worksheet, circle the top 20 things you love most about your boss. Fill out an in triplicate and return to your boss. Solving impersonal if you ever find yourself in a conflict with a diligent employee like yourself, but more inclined toward conflict, unless you're the kind of person who inflicts conflict, why do we hire you? What are your dreams for the future? Mitosis is a pretty good dream. Comatose. Clear skin. I would like clear skin. Fucking acne sucks. Tips for not getting fired. Talk less. Do unbelievably amazing work all the time every day with no expectation of promotion or recognition. Don't get fired. Well, guess what? I'm getting fired. How to solve a dispute. Let it ball up inside you, take it out passive aggressively, resent co-workers for not supporting you. Broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
No, I'm looking. Maybe I'll find a battery for my camcorder. Oh, just kidding.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Nah, don't believe you. Having a look. See, there's that thing.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet F.A.
F.A., that means fuck all. Like, I mean, that's what it stands for.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
I just want to use the pliers. That's all I wanted, but I can't get them. Could you get them down for me?
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
Okay.
I never would have thought to mention it.
Well, why'd you put it in the building? Jesus Christ. Actually,
maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite."
That text.
I hope your friends find this concerning.
It's not concerning. I mean, broom closets are pretty cool.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Okay, well, I can't really argue against that, but that's not the point.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead.
Really?
You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose.
I should get around to doing that.
Anyone who happens to be nearby, the person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Okay, I'm here. Hi, nice to meet you.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Oh, I'll prove you wrong.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Right, let's go up. Oh, no, it's locked. Oh. just want to use the executive bathroom. I want to pee like an executive. Hello, secretary. I'll answer the phone, shall I? I'll answer the... fucking chairs. Piano.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845.
Okay.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Alto wine bottles. Oh, that's nice. There is a sign of human life. I mean, look at this shit. Right. So, 2845.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Link Plus. Okay, fascinating. Nope. Oh, loading.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
Yes.
Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Okay.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Whoa. What am I walking on? Okay. Oh, light switch.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Oh.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yeah, I could just walk along here and then find out myself. So yes, the camera button.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an
427.
employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Some of them are...
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Oh my god.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never.
No.
It was unthinkable.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was it even possible?
Possibly.
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Yeah, probably.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Fuck yeah. Come on, let's go. Mind controls idle, awaiting input. Awesome. Oh. Which one? Danger, electric shock risk. Oh, good. Off. Oh, good. The lights are out. Hello? Anyone? Electricians in the house? Anybody? Anybody at all? Anybody? Oh. Okay, there's musicians in the house. And electricians. Wrong shins.
Blackness.
Oh.
And a rising chill of uncertainty.
Thank you, but I just need an
Was
electrician.
it over?
Hope not.
Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine! Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold?
That's a good
But as
question.
sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps
Oh my
his goal
God.
had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing.
Oh,
Stanley
that's beautiful.
stepped through the open door.
Fuck yeah, I did.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Yay. Go Stanley. Go you. Oh, the end is never the end is loading. It's a lovely game, isn't it? It's quite simple. It's quite quick. I mean, there's no possibility of any multiple endings. Oh. Hello.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Start
Stanley
again.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ah, damn it. Sorry, I had played this a while ago, but I didn't get through the whole story, and I didn't want to play it for ages because I really wanted to record it. And there's a thing you can do with door 430. It's one of the achievements, and it's fucking hilarious, but I can't do it. This needs to go off. Right. Alright, never mind. Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, he did not.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Well, the employee lounge could have people in there.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring.
Ah, yes.
It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Thank you. Alright, let's get going.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Yes, I did. No, I didn't.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Yeah. Caution, do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop. Okay, sorry. Let's see. Warning, do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, 1 grand. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, 5 grand.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself.
Okay.
I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Her? Who?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life.
Yeah, who?
She's been waiting.
Where? Here? What's this say? Okay. Love!
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Hello? Hello? 27.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
Cool!
All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Oh.
Gotcha! Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you?
Well,
I'm trying to make a
nice?
point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Hello, babe.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Oh, okay.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work.
No, I'm fucking
One
not.
might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
No, 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 no. No, 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 go away. Nope, press button.
But in his
Oh,
mind,
fuck.
in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Hey, I could do stuff. Oh, TV.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Oh, the boys.
So he went
Hey.
further. He imagined that he came to
What
two
changed?
open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Oh, yes, we should prepare dinner, honey. Alright, just let me...
As he wandered through this fantasy
fuck?
world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby.
What?
And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Kids? Kids, let's listen to Daddy say a story. Oh.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and
Kids.
so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free.
I am free.
Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Do you know what? Honey, I love you.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one.
Yeah, my bed.
And I'm trying to tell him this. That in this world he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop.
I'll listen to you.
Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Okay. No. No. Go away. I hate Mondays. I don't want to be at work in the morning. What do I type? Do I type no? Wait, no starts with N. You cheating son of a bitch. Fine.
You see? Can he just not hear me?
I
How
can.
can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Mirror? Question nothing.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
Please don't.
And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I...
Oh, that's cool. That's a cool fucking ending.